Today I'm going to show you how I clean the Vitamix. I bought this for $35 at a secondhand store. I have one, but I have daughters that don't have one, and for $35 that's a really good deal. So I've already started cleaning it. You can see there's gunk inside of there, but I use the Totally Awesome Cleaner. I love their products. I use their CLR on the sink and on all sorts of things, teapots, kettles, things like that. And I use their regular cleaner to clean up grease in the kitchen. This orange is a great degreaser, but I use it when I'm cleaning different things. So I squirted some in here, and you can see it's kind of loosening that up. I don't want to squirt it into the motor, but I want to squirt it where there's gunk. And you can see I already had polished it up a little bit because I've already used this. I cleaned it once earlier today, but because I did hot peppers, I want to clean out the spigot and replace everything before I give it to my daughter. So basically I would just get a sharp, not sharp to scrape it, but sharp enough pointed object is better. Like I'd put tissue, oh goodness, I'll just show you, can't even think tonight. So you get paper towel, and then you get like the tip of a knife inside the paper towel. I'll show you. So that you're not scraping it, but that you're getting the goo off. So you just get the tip of the paper towel and go like that, and you can see it's getting that goo out of the corners. And then you can take this off if there's goo in there, and you can get underneath there in the center. So I would spray some in that there, and you don't want to get it down in the axle, the grease bearings and things like that, but I would just get a paper towel moist and wipe it down there. Okay, for the top, you can see I did hot peppers, and I've got the hot pepper sauce in this ring, and basically, oh, I pushed it down, I had it out. You get a knife, something, and you get it loose, and then you can pull it out, and then I would just soak it and spray it and get it really clean. And then I would do the same thing with the paper towel and the knife in that area. I'd just soak it, and then I'd spray it with a sprayer, and it's kind of stuck, so I'm going to let it sit for a minute because I don't want to rip this and destroy it. I'm sure you can purchase new ones, but I don't want to have to do that. So I'm going to just turn it like that and let it soak right there and get down in there. Okay, same thing in here. I've already sprayed it with the cleaner, and then there's a nut in there, a plastic nut. You don't want to damage it. Usually if you put one hand in and then the other one out here, you can loosen it that way. Now I have a glove on because I did hot pepper, and you can see there's hot pepper in there, and I knew that, and I did not want to get that on my hand. So I'm wearing a glove only because it's hot pepper, but there was all sorts of goo in here earlier from I don't know what, somebody else's goo. So that's got hot pepper on it. I'm going to spray that. Okay, also there's a ring. Don't lose this. It's a rubber gasket. Don't lose that because you don't want to have a problem with that. And then you can see there's hot pepper in there, and I definitely don't want to leave that in there. That would cause a big skunky goo. If I were using this on a regular basis, I would clean this out probably every time I used it. Sorry, the hot warm water and the pepper is making me cough. You can see, even though I thought it was clean, I open the spigot and more red comes out. Every time I do this, more comes out. This actually comes off. It unscrews. Don't use this as the pressure though, because you can snap this off. This comes off quite easily. You can see the little rivets there. It just slides in and then pops up, and there's two little plastic things in there. You don't want to use that to turn the gasket or the nut off because you can easily break that. So you don't want to do that. But then this does come off. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can do it with. Okay, so that screws off carefully. And then this comes out. And that came out a lot easier when I did it before. This came out like this inside here because I still have this on it. So let's put that back together so we don't lose any of the pieces. Sorry. So I can get that back on there. Anyway, that don't lose any of these pieces. And that comes off like that, and then there's this little plastic piece in there, and it just can, you can just barely, you don't need to want to use a knife because you don't want to pop it or tear it at all. But that rubber piece comes out. Now there was a whole bunch of goo gunky in there earlier when I cleaned it out too. So I just want to spray these all down and get any hot pepper off, because I'd hate to have her make a shake or smoothie and have burning hot something or other. So I'm just going to spray that all, and I also used my fingernail inside of each of those rivets to get the gunk out of there, both on that and on this. There was gunk inside each one of these, and so I just used my fingernail and some paper towel and just went like this. Sorry, I'm not holding the camera with my hand, so I'm messing up here. So anyway, you don't want to lose any of those pieces. Make sure you remember how to put it back together again. So the rubber gasket goes in here. Well, I don't know, I guess it would be considered a gasket. Then this goes on like in there. And this goes flush, so this needs to be made sure it's in there flush. So that would go in there flush. And then this goes in here like this. And then it goes on. It's having a hard time. I've got stuff in there. It's not clean. I haven't rinsed it. So then that would go on like that. And then this slides on. Once this is all the way on, this slides on the plastic thing, and it just slides on with those two things. Then you put the rubber seal. You put that on. This goes on the inside. And then you hand tighten it. And try it with some water. See if it's secure. I don't want to touch my camera, my hands are gooey. But make sure that it's not leaking. So you want to put some water in there and make sure that it's not leaking before you use it, because you'd hate to have, you know, smoothie or something dripping down. And I've got enough of the stuff off, I can take that glove off, so it's not going to burn me anymore. Anyway, that is how you clean the Vitamix nozzle. Make sure you hand tighten it, and make sure it doesn't ooze. I'm sure you can purchase any of these parts probably on eBay, or I'm sure they've got a Vitamix site, or even some, you know, part stores like a Basic Essential type place. Anyway, $35, I thought that was a good deal.